was great, one, to have him back, to get him back. Obviously, he's an explosive player that one of the best running backs in the country in our eyes, and it was awesome to have him back. He ran so hard, he ran physical, 26 carries for 153 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 5.8 yards a carry. He continues to play at a high level. It was huge to have him back, but having Jordan as your 2 for 15 carries for 110 yards and a touchdown is pretty good too. So we got a good running back tandem back there that plays physical, they'll wear you down. I thought the offensive line played physical today, and it's a young group. We keep talking about a redshirt freshman at left tackle and right guard and right tackle, and those guys played in sync today. And to watch that run game today was really exciting.
All right, Angelique.
Sherrone, can you assess Rolder's play and also Cole's status?
Yeah, Jimmy played outstanding. 10 tackles, I think for 2 tackles for loss, fumble recovery, and a sack. Just elite. What's up, TJ? Just played really well. He played outstanding. This guy played really well. I thought the defense overall. There's some plays that we let get out because we didn't have contain, and we got to close the gap and just play more physical. Can't jump around those blocks, but Jimmy, just the defense in general, they play so hard and they play so physical, and they continue to do that. And we clean up those little things that'll help us and just make us an elite defense that we are.
And Cole?
We'll see. We'll see exactly what it is. So we'll figure out more as we get back to Ann Arbor.
If you have a question, raise your hand. Brad?
This is the first 4-game winning streak for Michigan since 2002 through 2007. Most of these guys won't remember that. To swing this rivalry the way you guys have the last few years, what does it mean for this program?
It means everything. We talked ad nauseum about how important this game was throughout the week. When we talked about after the game against Washington, and then on Tuesday we talked about the history of the rivalry, what it means to win this game for the state, for the city, the records. So it means everything for us to have won this game and have Paul back at home again.
TJ, you want to add anything about the 4-game winning streak?
I mean, yeah, these are the games you come to Michigan for, man. We take pride in this game. I'll speak for the guys. We love learning about the history and stuff. And recently, this week, they actually told us play for the guys that wore your number before. So that's what coming to Michigan is about.
Brandon?
Well, this is for all 3 gentlemen. The passing attack wasn't as efficient as it could have been or should have been, but there was an emphasis on the rushing attack today. What was said, I guess, leading up to the game, what you see on film that would lead to that decision?
I think really the biggest thing, it wasn't, dictated before the game. I think before the game we want to be balanced. And I think when you get into a game as it goes, there's a piece that as we were throwing the ball and then we were completing the ball, part of the rushing attack was this guy to my right, and he makes it dangerous to do both. So it wasn't really a selection, but as we got in the game and the defense started to mold them down, we just felt like we had to milk the clock and get the win, and we really felt like those direct runs right at them were working. And you got to have selfless people on your team to do that. You got to have team over me guys that we always talk about, and that's what our quarterback is. That's what our receivers are. That's what our defense is, and there'll be you'll see what the next game looks like as far as we go. But it was one of those games that guys we had to lean on a little bit and run the clock out.
Bryce, you want to talk anything about the run game?
Really just my running back stepping up as they always do, ready for the moment anytime it presents itself. So
What did you see on your touchdown run?
Really me in the end zone.
That's right.
Muhammad did what they're supposed to do every single week. This whole entire week, that was the main factor. The line getting pushed, and that's what they did. So.
If you have a question, just raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you. Zach and Ryan.
Sherrone and Bryce, you guys talked about the run game, but specifically that first drive of the third quarter, Justice Haynes, I think he had 64 yards. Just what he was like leading up to that drive, and then the tone that kind of set for the rest of the game.
Yeah, we knew when we went into we always talk about the middle 8 and what that means as a team. And we got in that state. We went down and scored that first drive that gave us a lot of momentum. And there were some plays that we thought would hit, and they did. And when you hit a first play for 20-something yards, 30-something yards, you want to get back to it and keep going. So the momentum, we just took the momentum and just wanted to keep rolling with it.
For me, honestly, it was just what Justice does. He's back, and he showed up today. So.
Ryan?
For the players, penalties, MSU had 12 or 105 today. How much do you think the rivalry played a factor into that, and how do you think disciplined, or do you think you guys were today?
I think we were fairly disciplined. We knew all week they were going to try to make the game about that, and we just want to play ball. So I think we did a good job just playing ball, talking with our pads.
We'll go on the left.
Yeah, can I add just how proud I am of our players, but not respond to a lot of that, because it could have been easy. 12 is a lot. It could have been easy for them to do that, and there was an emphasis all week of want to play clean football, want to play disciplined football, want to strain for 60 minutes within the whistles, and I'm really proud of our team for doing that, because there was a lot of times they couldn't, and they could have, but retaliated. But to be disciplined like that speaks a lot of these young men, and their thought process, and what we talk about, team over me.
On the left, Tony?
Yeah, for Sherrone and TJ, there were some times that you guys were about to pull away late, and that didn't when the defense came up with two huge fourth down stands deep in your own territory. Your thoughts about really icing the game that way?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the fourth down stops are just unbelievable. Just the effort that it takes to do that, and you pretty much know the kind of plays you're going to get in those scenarios. I think that speaks to the preparation that our coaches have done, but really to the effort and the thought process of our players and how hard they practice, how hard they prepare for those moments, and intentionality when we prepare and practice, because you're not going to get those full speed reps, but you got to practice with that mentality. So just proud of them for those moments.
Yeah, I'll just say we take pride in that. Like, that's something we do. Like, we do that. Like, doesn't matter. It's hard. I know most people, third down into tempo, fourth down, they snapping the ball quick. Like, it's hard for normal people to do, but we can do that. We handle that. We see that all the time. And that's something we take pride in.
On the right?
This question for Bryce. Obviously, you grew up around this rivalry. You finally had a chance to play in it. Did it live up to your expectations?
Honestly, I'll say I pray before every single game. So what I pray for is I know I took this rep every single time. For the last 10 years I've been playing football. So it's not a few of these reps that I had out there in my game was just reps I reflected on back when I was 8, 9 years old, of course. So.
Well, Joe?
For Sherrone and the players, if you can, you talked about getting ready for this rivalry. Did it live up to everything you had talked about as far as maintaining composure and not retaliating or whatever, or was it even chippier than you had thought?
No, it lived up. I mean, it was. I'm just proud of my players and how they responded, and how, we always talk about reacting versus responding, and they didn't react. They didn't just throw a punch or do whatever. They responded, and they responded with their pads. So the rivalry is the rivalry. I've been a part of it now for 8 years. It's nuts. But it's great to be a part of. I love it. I never want it to stop, and I'm just proud of the players for conducting themselves the right way, and we'll continue to do that as we go through the season.
What do you guys want to
To be honest, I feel like it was less chippy. Like, I don't know. Last time we came out here, I remember they did that thing to Braden. I feel like last time we was out here, it was more like blatant, just blatant flags, like, crazy stuff. But yeah, it was a little chippy, but I thought it would be more chippy.
Aaron?
Sherrone, Justice had accomplished so much before he went down with injury at USC. How much did you get a sense that he was looking forward to coming back and playing again?
No, he was looking forward to it a lot. Just his work ethic, what he does. He loves football so much. He's always in the room. He's always in the film room. Our guys are always in the office. So I knew that he would come back and be ready to go, and he did a heck of a job for us.
Got a few more for these guys. We'll start in the back.
For Sherrone and TJ, this is another week of the defense really keeping them mobile forward in front of them. Space. I guess, what did you take from last week's defensive performance, and how are you feeling about the defense after these last 2 weeks bouncing back?
I feel great. I feel great about the defense. And yeah, there's things we're going to have to fix and work on, because you're never perfect, and there's plays that got out that they know that we have to fix. But when he's a super athletic quarterback. There's a lot of, I give a ton of credit to their staff, Michigan State staff, and that kid, Aiden Child. He's an exceptional player. He's a really good player. So for what our defense did and keeping him in the pocket, keeping him honed in, a lot of respect for our staff and our players for what they did.
I think facing Washington last week was just another like good step and look for us to face a mobile quarterback and things like that. But I can speak like as a D-line, we kind of hate hearing all week that they got this mobile quarterback and he gonna run around everywhere. So I think we take pride in facing those mobile guys.
Usually.
Sherrone, there's been some controversy about this, the offside on MSU. What was your view of that?
Say that again?
There was some controversy on television about the offside and MSU offside, and I was wondering what your view of it was.
Yeah, we won. I'm not worried about that.
And Bryce, I was wondering, did you plan the ball run? Did you plan that ahead of time?
No, so when I stepped in the end zone, I was wondering what I was going to do. I was looking around like, you know what, I don't know. I was thinking about a backflip.
No,
but
no
backflip. So yeah, but I did at the end of the game.
Yeah, I saw you and Jordan. I saw all of that. So.